Excuse me. Episode 104. I didn't mean to fart so hard, dude.
Matt dropping a fucking honest fart to start the epi.
Yeah, actually, that is that's a good starting point. My brother's doing this thing. He owns a taco shop, and for $125, you can eat one meal a month. It's a vegan shop, but
$125, you get one meal a month.
my bad, my bad.
Sounds like a bad deal.
$125, you can have one meal a day for a month for 31
What's
days.
the name of this?
Honest Tom's.
Honest Tom's Taco Shop.
Plant-based taco shop.
Plant-based taco shop.
Change the name, yeah.
Wow,
He's
where's
a
that
vegan.
located?
44th and Spruce.
44th and Spruce in Philly.
Somewhere between Spruce and Locust on 44th.
Come
I don't know
down
the exact
and eat.
address.
And look,
But you have to, but you have to make an honor pledge to go plant-based.
wow.
So sure, you could cheat a small business and be like, I'll go plant-based and just get a nice little meal package for yourself. But you'd be cheating yourself and you'd be a liar.
yeah.
So I'm going to do it. So what he's doing is he's hooking up with there's like a doctor, I guess he knows through Instagram, little vegan connection, vegan club. So they're going to take blood from like 10 people before they do it. And then after the 31 days, draw blood again and see if it actually like helps.
Damn, they should get me, dude.
I'm going to be one of them. Yeah, so I'm doing it. So
damn, if I was in Philly, I would fucking.
that's a thing too.
I would be like the perfect fucking get. My meal consists. The other night I had. Did I tell you this when I watched Outlaw King?
No.
I stayed home the one night.
What'd you eat?
I got high. I went and got a full tiss.
Ooh,
Full straight tiss.
that's good. Outlaw King.
Exactly, dude.
Stuff.
I watched Outlaw King. I lit a bunch of candles. Ate a full fucking tiss by
Holy
myself
shit.
in the dark, in a sweatsuit, like a real king. I was an Outlaw King.
Damn, dude.
Then I got high enough that I was like, I should also get sweet treats. Mm-hmm. Paused Outlaw King, walked back to the grocery store, went in and bought Reese's Puffed cereal and a box of Oreos and a gallon of milk and walked back out.
Oh, it's so
They saw the same dude come in, buy a tiss,
come back later.
carry it without a bag. I was like, I don't need to bag it. Just walked out with a tiss. And then came back like an hour later with
You came back for the sequel, dude. That's funny to think it's funny to contrast that between like watching a medieval battle movie and be like, hold on, I gotta get Reese's Puffs. And like pause it and be like, all right, I can get back into this.
watching these dudes like fight the British.
But yeah, that's my so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that and report back. I'm gonna let people know if it actually works
Yeah.
or not. And if it doesn't, fuck my brother, dude. I have to deliver the truth. I can't be compromised by any source.
You can't be
That'd be
compromised.
funny if my blood counts just like plummeted and I became unhealthy and I was like, well, actually, yeah, it fucking sucked.
And I will say this about Honest Tom's. I, as a guy who loves to dine on Reese's Puffs and full rotisserie chickens, that plant-based shit's actually pretty good.
It is good, man.
I was devastated when I heard the news it was switched to plant-based. Then I went in and had some for myself. Found out.
It was good, man.
Wasn't as gay as I thought it'd be. It's
No.
pretty fucking good.
The dumps, I'm in it for the dumps, dude.
And then you get to
Jesus
cleanse your system,
Christ, dude.
Full on dump.
Ate it 2 days in a row, and it's just like
I heard that fart.
you heard that thing. I sit down on the toilet, dude, and it's just like, let's go. It's pretty nice.
You just cleanse, dude.
I'm just a pig for big dumps, dude. That's what I like.
You're a fucking dump queen.
What you got?
I just want to shout out some bulls right now. Motherfucking Eric Hawes. What up, son?
Damn,
Welcome
dude.
to the fucking club, dude.
That's fucking tight.
Keithy. What up, Keith Schwartzy?
Shorts. Shout out
usually have a-
Weave.
Yeah, Weave. What up, bull?
John. I'm gonna take the straight name or
You're
the
just going straight John?
straight John.
John,
Whoever
dude.
puts one name gets a shout out, dude.
Dude, if
By
your
me.
Patreon is just John, you're the fucking man.
John.
Also, that guy loves the Boston Bruins. So, John, shout out the fucking Brew Crew, dude.
Antonio M. Silva.
That sounds like a fucking author.
Yeah, it does, dude. Sounds like an author who gets later his work gets rebuked because he like sexually assaults someone.
Children.
Yeah, or
I
just
bet Antonio Silva fucks kids.
Antonio M. Silva. Or
Thanks
is, like,
for the Patreon donation, you fucking kid fucker.
That's definitely someone. There's like I think it was like a Mexican author who was like everyone was on his shit and like I'm pretty sure he like punched his girlfriend in the stomach or something and everyone's like, this guy's writing sucks. It's like, no, you liked it.
Nah, you liked it.
He just punched his girlfriend in the stomach, dude. You can fucking separate the two.
You can hit a girl.
I mean, if you're a good enough writer, I mean, your writing's still good. The two are very distinct things.
Michael Jackson.
What did he do?
Great music.
Apparently, he didn't touch those boys.
Might have diddled boys.
I mean, the signs were there for sure.
Yeah. Also, fucking shout out Andrew Pace, dude. Andrew Pace, he put together the Facebook group.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's pretty
That's
tight.
fucking sick.
That's sick.
You can hear Kyla out there screaming for the Birds right
I
now.
know, getting fucking stoked, dude.
Birds are getting fucking stomped by the
I saw a
Saints,
guy
dude.
today, and I was driving here, and he had like his Flyers gear on. He had his kids both had Flyers gear, and they were walking down the street. And I'm like, just wondering. I'm like, is there a level where like it just your brain just, and not even in like a negative way, but I'm like, I wish I could just put it all on the Flyers, dude. Bring my boys with me and just be like, come on, we're Flyers fans, and just not really think of anything else. I'm like,
Just be like, God damn, Goss Despair better have a good game or my fucking life. And fucking.
I was just jealous. I was just sitting there looking at him like, man, that's nice.
I mean,
Like, I like the Flyers, your dad liked the Flyers, and you guys are going to like the Flyers.
it's 100% what
We're
I
gonna
am.
go home and catch this Uber and not think about anything.
That's 100% what I am. My dad called me today. It was like, where are you going to be on Saturday? He wanted me to come home to watch Notre Dame USC with
Next
him.
Saturday.
Notre Dame USC, dude. If Notre Dame wins, perfect season.
That's wow.
12-0.
What are you guys going to do?
I can't. I got a show in Conestoga, Pennsylvania.
You'll be pretty close.
Come down to
That's
Conestoga.
Westchester.
Is it?
Yeah, we used to whoop their ass in football, dude. Whew.
What,
I was
Conestoga Valley?
7th and 8th grade, dude. Fucking used to whoop Conestoga's ass.
Fuck
Dude.
Conestoga,
We
dude.
used to beat up on those boys.
Yeah, you wanted me to come. Last time Notre Dame went undefeated, they won at USC to end the season, and my dad got drunk and ran in the front yard.
Did he really?
Ran in circles in the front yard.
Oh my god.
This means a lot, dude. That's why, like, shitting on that Flyers fan. I understand what you're saying. Like, it'd be
I'm not
nice.
shitting on
No,
him,
no,
that's the
no.
thing.
I understand. Like, I know exactly what you're saying. It'd be nice to just be like, this is I work, and I love the fucking Flyers.
Yeah.
That's my life.
And you bring your boys
Bring your
up.
boys. You're like, listen, come watch this game, dude.
Like when the Phillies won, there was guys who were like dumping champagne on their dad's graves when they won the World Series, and I was just like, damn, dude.
I'll go pour a fucking natty light out on Phil's grave if ND wins a title, for sure.
Just let them drink it.
Just be like, dude,
it'll
chug
seep
this
down through the
in
thing.
the afterlife.
That's fucking hilarious.
But yeah, this is
I've been reading books on like Gnosticism and all this weird shit. Where,
what's that?
Like, Gnosticism is like it's like a sect of Christianity that believes that God doesn't love you. Basically, it's like God's a demiurge.
I kind of am into that. I feel that.
Yeah, dude.
I feel like God doesn't love me.
Gnosticism's fucking sick, dude. It's like the world's created by a demiurge, which is basically just it's a god, but it's like it's more or less like the devil. It's like a god that's like
Yeah.
linked to the physical realm and just created the world and was just like there's like a bunch of different versions of like people were like some people think that God just like has dementia and just like we were created by like a demented being that completely just forgot what it did and like we're just lost and stranded. And then there's like just an evil fucking demiurge that created us just to torture us in the physical realm. It's pretty fucked up, and like that's been like in order agnosticism is like we have to get smarter and smarter. And if we get smart enough,
What's it called?
Gnosticism and agnostic. I think
Agnostic is atheism, except agnosticism is you don't know.
you don't know. That's what I
all
always
it is.
thought. That's what I always thought.
Agnosticism is
Gnosticism is being created by
Gnosticism
a
is like there's a
demiurge. It's
mean
not like an
dickhead.
all-loving, all-knowing God. It's a very limited God who like creates you and is just like, fuck. I'm done with this, and just walks away. So then we've been abandoned by our creator, and we have to become as smart as humanly possible, and the only way we can free ourselves is through the truth. Which the guy I'm reading just laughs at, being like, this is just another, basically saying that like scientific progress and like how we're going to eventually become immortal, he's like, it's just another religion and we're just trapped in it. How like basically like in Christianity in the 1400s, like that was a letter of like if you question that, people are like, you're fucking retarded. Of course it's Christianity.
Yeah.
So that's our Christianity we're immersed in and we can't like
Yeah.
see our way out of.
I wish I believed in religion enough to fucking kill people.
Well, that would be fucking awesome.
Like if I cared enough about it to be like, yo, you better fucking listen to me, dude.
Just a crusade.
Yeah.
Well, that he's saying that that our version of that now is like scientific progress, where it's like we can shape the world and make it a perfect place. And
Yeah.
he's like, no, you can't, dude. Stop.
Wow.
He's like, you're just deluded. Like people were deluded forever.
Yeah, but then what's the alternative? Fucking
The sweet oblivion of death.
yeah, fuck this guy. He's making money off this so he can have a good life. Fuck him.
Well, no, he doesn't. He's not pessimistic. He's just kind of like, once you realize that you're just an animal, and like we're just an animal that thrives on illusion. He's like, it's kind of peaceful just to kind
Yeah.
of like live out your days. Just you can still be nice. You don't have to be like a total dickhead. But he's like, you can stop toiling and fucking kidding yourself.
Yeah.
It's just one man's opinion. This isn't a letter of the law. But I've
course.
been reading a lot of his shit lately, and I'm just laying in bed. I have the most fucked up weird dreams now.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I had a dream at that show in Syracuse. I shared a room with Beezer and Kyla, and apparently I was dreaming about fucking
What?
and getting head.
What?
Because Kyla heard me in the middle of the night be like, "Oh yeah," in my dreams, be like, "Yeah, that's it."
Oh my god.
She said I was saying "that's it" like sexually, and be like,
What the fuck? Dude, I think I've been recording this in the wrong thing.
All good.
Hold on. We back. False alarm on my bad. My bad. I don't know. I don't understand how fucking technology works, apparently.
We have done this show for
104 times.
105 now.
Oh, is it episode
It's our
105?
105th time, and
Damn, I think I said
literally,
104 coming in.
who gives a fuck? Literally
Sure.
every single time we start the show, probably sometimes it's up to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's usually around 5 to 15 minutes of us just turning knobs. Literally have no idea how the soundboard works. We turn knobs over and over again until it's like, all right, try now. Yo, what up?
It's
Try.
just,
All right,
it's
that sounds
funny
good.
to think that we might not even be talking into these microphones right now. Like, I don't know if we're just talking into my laptop or what.
No, because I sounded loud.
Okay, got you.
I sounded, yeah.
So you sounded good.
I sounded good. Otherwise,
Gotcha,
you would be
gotcha.
louder.
True that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we do just turn knobs and it kind of try to make it work.
I mean,
but
you know what? That's pretty indicative of the show.
true
You
that.
just fucking sit down, turn some knobs, be like,
Run our
hopefully,
knobs.
one of us says something funny about cum or something vaguely racist.
So what's up, bro?
Chilling, man.
We back.
Yeah, old McCuskey made a little pit stop at Helium last night.
Oh yeah. Popped out for the Big J show, man.
Getting a little bit of the itch.
Yeah. When I see the packed room, I'm like, damn, dude,
I know.
fucking love that.
Oh my god. Yeah,
It'll
but-
come back. The itch comes and goes for me, dude.
Yeah.
The whatchamacallit? What's that called? The Muse. The Muse comes and goes, dude. Lady Muse.
What does
visits
Lady
me.
Muse give you usually?
It's just fucking, I don't know. The Muse comes to me when I'm driving while high in my Honda Civic, dude, and fucking blesses me with sick thoughts about my dick.
Yeah, then it's time to go. Yeah, I try new material now and it just tanks.
That was funny last night, I will say. That was great.
Yeah, I like that joke.
Whew, that was
I got
fantastic.
the first show I did that. Big J was like, dude,
Yeah.
that joke was fucking sick.
That's
That's
fun.
easily the only joke that didn't work.
That's a masterpiece,
And I was like,
dude.
I got to use that again. I got to get it going.
I mean, you got the blessing from a bishop, dude. You have to
Yeah.
fucking. That is, I heard that and I was just like, literally fucking. I kissed my fingers, dude. I was like,
Yes,
it's a
dude.
bear,
It is
kiss bear.
Dude, wait till the bulls that listen to the cast start coming out to shows, and you and me can just fucking tag team a fucking show.
That'll be tight.
Finger everyone.
That'll be tight. I'll do a fucking. I'm just gonna do like a talent. I'm gonna do straight karaoke.
You could go up there and just display any of your talents, and people would be very happy.
I might just shred. I might become a musician.
Last night, I was drunk enough that Claire had me thinking I was actually a good singer.
Really?
She was like, "You're actually a really good singer," and I was like, "No, I'm not." Then I'd be by myself, like, "These eyes," like, singing by myself. Like, damn, maybe I am good. She's like, "If there wasn't so much toxic masculinity, like, you could be a really good artist. Like, you're afraid to become that."
A
She
really good
was
artist?
joking, but yeah. It was a funny thought. I was
was-
like, maybe I am too hard on myself. Maybe I could be a sick dancer and singer.
Maybe, dude. Oh my god, you could become the king
I
of
was just
dance,
sitting there
dude.
drinking vodka, and I was like, I'm a great dancer and singer.
You are, dude. You're a triple threat.
No, I'm not.
You're just bullying yourself out of being a
Nothing.
triple
I
threat.
bullied myself. Yeah,
You're
dude.
Shane Marion, dude.
Nah,
You're
dude.
a fucking king
True.
of dance.
I can fucking. That's me dancing right there. The listener could hear it.
Dude, there's been a problem down at my uncle's place. Did Billy tell you about that?
No, what?
Billy didn't. I thought Billy said he messaged you about the dude at the place where he works sometimes.
What is it?
Guy who shot his wife.
Fuck, he might have.
Dude.
What
oh
happened?
my god. So there's this guy. His name's Joe.
Dude, Billy went. I'm sorry to interrupt. Billy
Mm-hmm.
went fucking cold on me.
What do you mean?
He hasn't been hitting me up. I mean, he was bullying me for a good month and a
Probably
half.
moved on to another
He
target.
found
dude.
a new target, dude. I miss it. Slightly. I was like, what the fuck, man?
I thought he said he messaged you. He might not have. I don't know. But he so there's this guy. So when I was working, I'm trying to think how to explain this. There's like a concrete dump that my uncle's in on you know, like my family's in on, where you go and you just, if you have broken up concrete, you just dump it in this huge hole that they're fucking lording over, dude. They're lording over this big hole that you can go dump concrete in.
Dude, your family still lives. Dude, you guys are outlaw kings.
Yeah, dude.
You guys are still like, that's my hole. This is our pit. If you come in here, you owe us tribute.
Some guy linked my uncle to the pit, dude. It's like he brought in my uncle because he's like, I need someone who can control and monitor this pit. He's like, can you guys, because they do trash removal.
Are any of you a big enough loser to guard a concrete pit and fight anyone who tries to come in here?
But it's like 6 acres, and they need to fucking just cover the whole thing in chunks of concrete. So you just get to sit there and fucking, you know, you get to sit there and every load's so much money.
Yeah.
So you got to split it with the dude, the fucking, the Duke of Concrete who like, who's, and then, you know, my family are just fucking vessels and lords.
Yeah,
dude. So
yeah.
the guy comes through and he's like, break bread with us. But he's like, I got to go golf in Florida. I can't stand over this stupid fucking hole. He's like,
he's out. Yeah, he's got shit to do. He leaves it to his vassals, dude.
Yeah. So they're down there. They're monitoring the hole. People are dumping concrete everywhere. And they have a guy, one of the serfs on this guy's land, the guy who was like the Duke who like fucking gave him this hole. He's like, yo, you got to take my boy Joe. He'll never miss a day of work. If he does, it's only because he's in jail. But once he's out, and they're like, no problem, we'll put him on a dozer.
Perfect.
So fucking Joe is just on a dozer. And like, dude, I saw this guy firsthand. I was working down there a little bit. I saw this dude and was just like, damn, he's a rough bull.
Damn, that's a good pitch though for your resume. Like, listen, I'm not gonna miss a day unless I'm in jail.
I know.
And that's the only place you can work.
I think he was either drunk or in jail. There are his two
if I'm fucked up
conditions.
or arrested, unless that happens, I'll be
I
here.
will
And
never
they're like,
miss
all
a
right,
day.
welcome to the concrete pit. All you have to do is guard it and keep other retards out.
Well, this guy sits on a machine, so when you dump concrete, he just goes and pushes it forward so the concrete piles don't get too high. All he had to do was man the dozer. A man fell to his vices, dude. And, you know, he was sipping Twisted Teas.
Was he? He
No,
was sipping
no bullshit.
twisties?
Was sipping Twisted Teas.
Dude, he got twisted?
He got twisted, and the other guy who was like, he went to my uncle and was like, bro, I'm not a tattletale. I'm not a rat. But this guy's driving a bulldozer drunk as fuck, and he's going to get us in trouble. He's going to fall down a fucking hole or something. Like, we can't have this. So my uncle goes and assesses the machine to see if, you know, if this was true. Because the serfs will definitely bicker and fight and fucking lie on
Yeah,
each
the
other.
serfs, they're not built for...
So my uncle fucking
controlling
inspects, dude. He inspects the machine. There's like 20 Twisted Tea caps. He's like, motherfucker, dude.
Holy shit.
So Joe had been sipping Twisties, dude.
He was
So
sipping twisteds in the
Dude.
fucking dozer?
in the dozer just all day long sipping Twisteds. It was summer, dude. What the fuck are you going to do?
Yeah, you gotta fucking twist it up.
So he goes to, my uncle goes to this guy. He's like, Joe, what the fuck, man? He's like, Joe's like, what? And he's like, you can't be drinking on the job. And he's like, I'm not drinking. He goes, I just found like 20 Twisted Tea caps in the thing. He was like, those things have alcohol in them? Dude, in like maybe the best fucking defense ever. Yeah.
I thought I was just drinking iced tea, man.
I thought I was just buying iced teas from a liquor store.
I was
drinking
crushing iced
drinking
teas.
20 of them.
Yeah, I was thirsty for tea.
I mean, this is the genius this man displays, dude. He fucking hits my uncle with maybe the best excuse to drink Twisted on the job. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know they had alcohol in them.
Yeah, I just thought I felt good after 20 of them. Dude, if you drank 20 Twisteds,
I mean, it might have been like 3 days worth. He's probably just sitting.
Still,
Probably,
you'd
I mean,
be-
how many can you fit in a small lunch cooler? He's probably bringing like 7 a day.
yeah, I thought he snuck in a case.
He it might have been a case in the
Fucking sick
dozer.
move.
I mean, it's nice to fucking just sip a Twisted on a dozer, dude, while you're at the concrete yard. So, dude, so he's doing this. He's on fucking thin ice, right?
That's a pretty fireable offense outside of the concrete pit.
Yeah,
dude.
basically, Michael's like, one more time. you're
Strike
fucking
one,
fired.
dude. You had 30 fucking drinks and operated machinery.
Yeah, so hopefully he doesn't get in trouble. But the this is just a joke. I made all
Yeah,
this
it's
up.
all a joke.
So he so then he doesn't show up.
This is all a joke.
It's
Totally
It's
fabricated.
all entertainment. So he doesn't show up, and the guy calls him the fucking Lord is down in
Yeah.
Florida, dude. He goes like, "Hey, remember I told you that like there's only 2 reasons Joe won't show up?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, he's in jail." I was like, "Damn, how long is he in jail for?" And he was like, "Forever. He shot his wife last night." So this dude went home on like a meth binge and Twisted Tea binge and shot his wife.
Damn.
So he's done. He's out.
meth and twisted.
Meth and Twisties.
Killed his fucking
He
wife.
shot her, dude. Hey Joe, dude, he shot his fucking wife.
What happens, dude? What do you think she was trying to do? She's probably trying to get him in the way.
She's probably trying to mix in her Seagram's mixed wild berries, dude, with the Twisted. And he was just like,
what the fuck is this doing? Quick draw, dude. He was playing Red Dead Redemption. He fucking Deadeye.
He fucking shot his wife.
Went into slow-mo. He Max Payne'd it.
Killed her. Yeah,
He probably dove out of the bathroom.
He shot his fucking wife. Killed her.
Dude, shooting your wife is fucking... It's such a baller move.
Oh my god! I mean, I didn't think people still did it, dude. That was an absolute throwback.
Dude, what a fucking baller move to just be like, you know what? I'm fucking sick of this shit.
I mean, he might have been at one of those little like hole in the wall bars, dude, in Claymont, and just fucking sipping twisties. Had a couple hits of meth. His wife called him like, "Where are you at?" And he's like, "You know what, man? I'm getting fucking yelled at the concrete pit. I can't drink twisties on the job. She's fucking." He went home and was like, "Fuck it," poof, blasted her. Or she cheated on. I don't know what happened, dude. I don't want to disgrace this young lady. She was shot and murdered by fucking Joe. Joe, dude. Fucking, he's in the paper and everything. Fucking
really?
Yeah, then like the Claymont Times or something. Murdered her. So Michael gets.
This is all a joke. It was all made up. But
all made up, by the way.
It might be in the paper. They got a hold of the joke.
I mean, the guy definitely murdered his wife, but he definitely didn't drink on the fucking job, dude. So
I mean, what the fuck?
Dude, so my uncle's in a little trailer or whatever he said, and maybe in his truck, and he's like, motherfuckers. He's like, all right. So then, you know the minions all get together. Mm-hmm. So he goes out, and they have this lady down there who all she does is just pump, like, she just works a water pump. She just mans a water pump.
The apocalypse?
Yeah.
Good God, dude.
She just mans a water pump all day long. So he comes out, she's just the first one she's the first one he sees. My uncle's like, so I guess Joe's not coming back anymore. And the lady's like, minions like have just any excuse to freak out and stop working. She's like,
my Lord, why?
What happened? He was like, shot his wife. She's like, oh my God. She's like, what are we going to do? And he was just like,
keep pumping water.
Literally, dude, goes, I'm going to go back in my truck. You're going to keep pumping water. That's what we're going to do. She's like, oh my God.
That is, dude. Minions need the serfs.
Oh, they
as
love
soon as
drama,
they get a piece
dude.
of news, they're like, you fucking need drama.
I love how, it's like, wait, that guy I kind of knew killed his wife. I can't work the water pump now. It's like, you better fucking man that water pump, dude.
I would bail on the water pump. If I heard that heartbreaking news, I'd be like, all right, I'm out.
I can't work.
I gotta go get it twisted.
I can't pump this dirty water anymore, dude. So that was the drama down in the concrete pit. It's
a pretty good drama.
I mean, that's about as fucking juicy as tea gets, dude.
That's the juiciest twisted, dude. Someone fucking murdered their wife?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And the fucking lord of the land was just utterly indifferent to it. It was just like, whatever. Let me get some other guy.
Yeah, the peasants do this sometimes.
Sometimes they fucking revolt.
It's like, behead him publicly. Back to the pit.
So yeah, that was cracking me up. It was just funny to think of my uncle just standing there with this lady and just being like, I don't know, you're going to pump water and I'm going to go back in my truck. Like,
you better keep pumping. You're pumping until your fucking husband shoots you. God. So, I mean, that's obviously, I wonder how old the guy was. He probably was a little young if he was.
He's about like, he was like one of those guys who could have been like 40 or 60.
Shit. So he was a geezer sipping Twisteds.
Yeah. Or he just utterly just sped time up by smoking meth. He could have been 40 going on. Like, he was one of those dudes you looked at and you were just like, damn,
Did you see him before? Did you know
I
Joe?
fucking talked to this guy. I was down there working. I worked taking down these 2 towers. And every morning I see Joe. I'm like, what up, dude? And he'd be like, what's up, man? I'm like, what's up?
Was he cool?
I mean, he's as cool as a dude can get. He shoots his wife, I guess. I don't know.
He can be cool. I'm sure the juice was cool as fuck.
That's true. Yeah.
OJ was the man.
He was just like, you would just see him in the morning. He was, you know what? I will say he was fucking cool because the one loader that he just like moved dirt on, he didn't have a license. So he lived close enough to the concrete yard where at lunchtime he would drive the bulldozer to his house and fucking come back. So he was pretty tight. Yeah, he was pretty sick.
If he drove a bulldozer home from work every day?
He drove it to lunch. Yeah, I think he took it back to his house.
Damn, what do you think he was doing on that lunch break?
Fucking
party
thinking
time.
about shooting his wife. He's probably sipping twisties, fucking smoking meth, hopping back in the dozer, back up 13, back to work.
Sounds like he had a good thing going.
I know, man. I don't know what happened. I don't know why you'd throw it all away.
Yeah, working a dozer.
Love will do that to you, though.
Love is
passion, dude.
Yeah. Handling of heart. It's delicate, dude.
That's true.
Next thing you know, you got to fucking Glock up.
It's fucking laid dozer obs, dude. So that's my fucking juicy
What
gossip.
a horrible fucking life. Or like just...
Yeah, man.
Dude, people getting murdered. That's a bummer.
Life's incredibly fucked up for, I'd say, the majority of people on this planet.
Yeah.
Is incredibly sad and fucked up.
Yeah.
Most of happiness rests on just the fucking
Not
spoils of
having-
conquest, dude. We're still riding off just plunder. And we're
Yeah.
like, why aren't I? It's like, well, plunder's slowly running out, dude. We're gonna get less and less happy. It is what it is.
We just plundered, though. We tried to plunder. We got some oil.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're doing it, but you know,
Where do you think we have to plunder now?
gig's up, dude.
You got to plunder something.
There's nothing left. That's the whole point. There's gonna be nothing left to plunder, and then we get washed out, and there's only so many people, and they come up and they're like, we're gonna do it right this time, and then you know, someone wants to fuck some girl, he fucking hits the governor, he's the governor. You know, that's what happens.
Hey, a little this, a little that.
I mean, we're fucking monkeys, dude. It's like, what, you know?
This is an interesting phase in your philosophy.
Yeah.
This is
I'm
now
very-
pessimistic Matt. Dude.
I'm very well. It's not pessimistic, dude. It's just enlightened. Possibly.
I'm sure that's what a pessimist would say.
I'm not pessimistic. I have
just said we're
high
all-
hopes for the future, but
What?
I do have
What
high
did
hopes.
you just say?
What? we're rolling off the spoils of plunder. Yeah. I have a way to get around all this, but no
What
one
is
wants to
it?
fucking hear it.
No one wants to hear your. What?
Yeah, no one, dude. My whole thing that I've been trying to figure out basically is this: how to avert this fucking crisis, dude.
What is it, dude? Tell us. We all need to know this.
It's not that's why I laugh at politics, dude. It's
You
not.
just laugh at politics.
I laugh at politics. It's not a political answer. We're not going to hire a fucking politician
Wow,
to get us
dude.
out. This is a mess of the human spirit, dude.
Wow, dude, you're transcending into Messiah status.
I
right
mean,
now.
dude, it is what it is. That's literally.
For a minute, I thought you were going to be a domestic terrorist, but now you're
I
fucking.
mean-
You're sneaking into full on fucking deity, dude.
I mean, this is my apotheosis,
All right,
dude.
so how do we save humanity?
I mean, it has to be. It's on an individual level. I mean, we're done with religion. Religion got us pretty. We rode that fucking delusion for a while,
Wow.
and now it's like what we paid the price for was science. It's useful as fuck. With all the shit like the vaccinations, all that stuff,
Microphones,
microphones,
electricity,
sick
computer,
podcasts. But the
balling
price we
podcasts.
pay is living in a dark, empty universe that doesn't care about us. It's that's a hard price tag, dude. Going from like, I'm gonna live forever with all my family on a cloud, and it's like, no, it's just cold space. The universe doesn't care about you. You're a
Yeah.
mistake, but you live longer. So it's fucking people up. Especially white guys are killing themselves at like a super alarming rate
at
right
an
now.
almost Japanese rate.
Yeah, they're committing fucking good boy puku, dude. They're fucking slowly. There's a lot of white dudes killing themselves. A lot of people in general.
A lot of good boys.
A lot of good boys are
swallowing a
taking their
gun.
fucking Nippon steel and just fucking shoving it in their bellies. They're taking their fucking dragon daggers and fucking
Whew.
pushing
That's
it through.
that's definitely how every good boy dies.
Oh, for sure.
Finally, he gets his last tender.
For sure.
And just fucking
Or a heart attack.
heart car is out. But yeah,
Yeah.
if you feel a heart attack coming on, you got to fucking.
Dude, think about how many people have died while playing Xbox.
I'm going to. I mean, statistically, I'm going to.
Oh god! Just fucking drop the controller. Your
Not,
fucking
you know what?
team.
I bet it's not as high yet, but that will be how most people die.
Yeah, that's
how
true.
a lot of fat dudes die coming up
Oh, for sure.
in the next like 20 years.
Dude, you know how many geezers quietly die in casino rooms? A lot of geezers, a lot of geezers sit on slots for their dying days. And dude, slot machines, when you hit the button, it knows what you're going to get. The spinning
Yeah.
wheel that lands on bar, cherry.
It's just an illusion.
No, it's literally set up that way to get it. Like you want them to look. It's like lottery tickets. You
Like
want it
it's
to look.
close.
As soon as you hit the button, lose. It's saying lose instantly, and they have player profiles on your card. You sign in, and they start seeing like how much money you'll spend, at what point you walk away from the machine. So they start giving you like a win
Oh my God.
before you walk away. So you have these poor
They're doing
old
this to pap apps?
yeah, dude. So slots are like 75% of casino revenue. Slots are what brings it in. They're just money farms. They bring in like each slot brings in at least $300 a day.
Straight
profit.
to the Navajo, dude.
Yeah. Well, some of them
They're plundering back.
yeah, but it's like who really gets paid off that, dude?
The white man, dude.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
paleface.
Yeah, those dudes are
The pale faces are reaping the benefit.
Yeah, but a lot of these geezers are down there, and these fucking hot chicks are coming up like, well, another rum and coke, sir, and they're like, ugh. And they drink rum and cokes, and they just drink too much alcohol for
It's
their
too much
old
pop.
bodies to handle, and then they go lay in a room and just go ugh, and die. And the casino owner just takes their money, and then another person comes in and sits in the seat. It's so fucking
And then I
sad.
perform there that weekend.
Yeah, then you're
jerk
like,
off
hey.
in that bed.
Yeah. Dude, casinos are like the saddest fucking thing.
They
in the
are,
world.
man.
They're so
They are
miserable and sad.
fucking. I've done a couple casinos lately, and it's just every time it's
they're
like,
horrible, dude.
holy
Casinos, the noises coming from the slot machines are all in the C of key, or the key of C, because it's the least tiring key of music.
wow.
So it's like ding, 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 ding. They're all in the same key, and it's to keep you like kind of awake and alert. They obviously take the clocks out, and they have
No
a thing
windows,
in casinos
yeah.
about right angles. They don't ever want right angles because right angles are like I forget how to explain it, but it's like a definitive end where you see it and like it stops. It's like kind of saying like stop. So they'll have like
Yeah, it's all
weird
circular.
angles. Exactly. So they want you to be like almost give people the sense that there's no limit to anything, and you're just in there. There's no time, no limit, and like real gamblers get in a flow state where it's not about winning or losing. It's about just going like next, 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 and you're just like literally you lose all sense of everything. And they're saying like real gamblers when they win, some of them are like fuck because it takes you out of the flow.
Damn.
Dude, I've been listening to a thing about casinos, dude. It's wild.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, casinos are fucked.
My dad
up.
gets in a free state at the Elks.
Yeah, dude, you
Yeah,
start
he
getting
starts putting money down on the Cowboys. He starts putting money down. He gets in a free state, dude.
gambling is revenue from casinos is more than I think music and movies combined. Like it doubles them, and then sports betting is it's like it's a pretty big chunk. It's like $35 billion a year. Casinos I think are like 50.
All right, so what do we need to do to save humanity?
Okay, my bad.
Now, by the way, though, the casino shit you just spit was fucking crazy
It's
interesting.
crazy, dude.
Yeah,
It's
man.
from Chris Hedges book I'm talking about, dude. It's fucking nuts. The thinking about geezers dying in there is fucking
Is so funny.
crazy, dude.
Dude, every time I do a casino, I make fun of how everyone in there's in a fucking cart. Just
They pee
geezers and
themselves.
fat people in
They
carts.
soil themselves,
with
too.
a cup of fucking change just carting around,
so
dude.
fucking sad.
Although I crush a casino buffet, dude.
yeah.
Every casino gig you do, they give you buffet tickets. Oh, baby.
Well, dude, that's the other thing too. They say they'll get you to the point also like so they have your player card and they start
And
if
they
you're
comp your food and your house, and
if you're a-
they give you everything.
they
and they're like, just live here.
It's more than a fucking gambling. Like I gamble, I'm like I try to win money and I lose. I'm like God, I'm a fucking loser and I leave. But there's some people who will just keep going. What happens is like they have your player profile. If you're going there a lot, if you're someone who like it clicks with and you're like, "Damn, I fucking love this place." The story they talk about is a guy from like the Middle East who just comes to America for the first time and he's like marries this lady. He owns 3 gas stations for like a family thing.
He's killing it.
And he just goes into a casino and is like, I really like this. And then he just loses everything, dude. But like, so they'll start profiling you and then like they'll see you the moment like you're about to leave or like when you're getting to that point and they'll be like, here's a free this, here's tickets to this show. So you just lose
There's
your whole
tickets
life.
to Shane Gillis.
And as long as you bring
He's in the basement.
Yeah.
He's in the basement.
As long as you bring money to this place, they keep like, here, you want to meet famous people? Here you go. Here's a room. Here's this. Here's a flat screen TV. And like they just keep just giving you shit and they keep you there. And it's like it's fucking crazy. It's a really fucked up business.
I mean, I knew it was fucked up.
So did I,
anytime
man.
I'm in there, I'm like, fucking place is disgusting.
I just didn't know it was like that. That's fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, I should have.
Who would?
Once
Yeah,
the
exactly.
player profile thing makes perfect sense.
Yeah, man. That's
Then
why they
analyzing when to give you money,
Yep.
give you a little back.
When
is
to do the
fucking
thing is
crazy.
like. But
Think
yeah,
of think of the fucked up dude who formulated that computer program.
well, dude, it was. I think it was from like, it might have been Skinner or one of those guys when they were studying rats when they were doing all that like the Pavlovian training. If you randomize, so if you give a rat a switch and if it hits a switch, it gets food. It'll hit a switch, get food. I'm like, all right, go about its day. If you randomize when the food comes out, the rat will just sit there all day and be like and keep hitting the lever because it like the shit's fun because it's like something comes out, something comes out.
Yeah.
But but my whole thing is that I think people need to, because it'll never work politically. You're not going to do communism. Capitalism is just there's limited resources. I don't think it's bad, honestly, but I think there's just limited resources. But it'll have to get to the point where there's like something like capitalism that takes into account people's competitive nature. Where like it doesn't work if you give everyone the same thing. Everyone's going to freak the fuck out. But if you have the competitive nature, but you somehow culturally make being super rich be grotesque to where it's like it's not just like you're jealous. It's just kind of like it's like if you saw someone with like, I don't know, like someone who just like stunk,
Like rich.
Jeff Bezos rich. If that's like everyone's like they're trying to in some level hit something like that.
Yeah.
And if hitting that became like ew, dude.
Despicable.
Kind of, or just kind of grotesque. Like, dude, what are you doing with all that money? Why do you have that? Not even like a jealous or like you piece of shit, but it's like, cause if I somehow if this podcast inadvertently became Amazon, I wouldn't for a second believe that I would be like, I might actually fucking reign upon like Jesus. But if that hit me at like 23, and if any of my businesses,
Wait, what did you just say? Matt just held his arms out and was like, I might reign. Dude,
I'm saying if I got Amazon money, if this podcast somehow got funded,
this Patreon's going to your head, dude.
I don't care about the Patreon.
You're a deity now.
No, I'm saying if I had Jeff Bezos' money, one of my biggest fantasies in the
I'm
world.
going to turn you over to the Jews. Me and the Jews are going to crucify you.
I'm going to get crucified. One of my biggest
crucify
fantasies
you.
ever, dude, has been to become rich and literally make a big spectacle of giving all my money away. Like every last penny. Just to be like, don't be a fucking dorks about this. Here's fucking, I don't have any more at all. I would love to do that. Chappelle kind of did it. And everyone pilloried her. Everyone was like, you fucking idiot, blah, blah, blah. But he didn't go all the way. But, my thing is they have to, because it's like because everyone talks about poverty. Dude,
We got you going today. What's going on right now?
You gave me 2 weeks apart. You know how many audiobooks I listened to?
Is there any substances in you
No,
right now?
Stone McCusker baseline, dude.
All right.
Stone sober. Because everyone talks about poverty, how it's like, it creates all these problems. No one talks about the problems created by the kids who grow up with like unlimited funds.
I've seen it.
Yeah, that's a whole other a weird kind of person you can produce that has like socially undesirable effects.
Yeah.
And it's like no one talks about it, It's like we got to wrangle, that has to be wrangled just like people being poor, but not in a way that's like you can't just like burn them or like take all their shit or like stab them with pitchforks. You'd have to make it to where people who want that, you're just viewed as psychopaths, and people are like, hey man, like is everything okay? Why do you need $7 billion?
I think we're getting there.
Slowly, I think we might be, but I don't know, dude. I don't know that
I think
we
Instagram helps.
You think?
People
I think
like
it fuels
people
the
like
fire.
Dan Bilzerian. People are like, fuck that guy.
Yeah,
Now
but
obviously there's
which
30
fuck
million
that guy
people
is
that
it?
are like, hell yeah, this guy rocks.
Exactly. So it's like that's the thing. It's going to take to the point where you see a Bezos.
You ever see rich kids of Instagram?
No.
Dude,
Is that pretty fucked
There's a
up?
lot of kids that are like that person that grew up like their parents are like the owners of an Indian bank.
Yeah.
It's like an Indian dork that just burns money on Instagram. Like puts stacks of hundreds in the toilet and is like, fuck all you poor pieces of shit.
I mean, that's
and every
kinda
comment's
right.
like, you don't have any fucking friends. And he's like, fuck you. he spazzes.
Well, that's the whole thing, and that's my point. The whole point of, more or less, the point of the enterprise of not everyone, but the point is to save up enough capital to free yourself from work. Because once you have enough capital, you get to exit the rat race and just live off your little sum of money, which usually tends to last maybe 3 generations before people just totally fuck it up with your son burning money and throwing it down the toilet. So I think Jackie Chan didn't give his son any money. I think one of those actors was just like, if you deserve it, you'll get it. I'm donating all my
Jackie
money. to
Chan's the
charity.
man.
It's a fucking beast.
Yeah,
dude.
I watched some.
But I think everyone should do that. I think in a way that should be, you can set your kids up. I think this my boy Wes was saying this. You should set your kids up schooling. You can give your kids money for school, but then it's it. You have to do other stuff with all your money when you die. I think that's pretty fair. Because you're really, by giving kids $100 million to start their life with, you're creating a fucking monster.
Yeah, you're
I'd be
creating
dead.
A small loan of.
I'd be dead, dude.
You're getting some D Trump going.
Yeah, dude. D. Trump story, what he was doing with those casinos, I was listening to that. That was crazy.
What was he doing?
He just built like the coolest looking casino in the world. And it was a Ponzi scheme.
Taj Mahal.
Yeah, he didn't have any. He just took out all these crazy loans, and then just kept declaring bankruptcy. He would businesses would go under. He'd beg for political. I don't know what he did with politics, but he'd beg for like politicians to grant him leniency. They'd be like, all right, fine, and let him keep doing it. And finally, that was a total Ponzi scheme, according to this book. But I mean,
Yeah, I think everything I've seen about Trump and the Taj Mahal and all that was like pure criminality.
Yeah, well, his like main man. Well, yeah, so he got in there, got the thing built, and it was totally like a guy who was like an advisor or like an advisor in the gaming commission was like, this is going to have to profit like it was something like $150 million a day in order for this to actually make sense. And he's like, no casino's ever done anything like that. Yeah. They were saying that from the beginning.
What
but
was
like,
that? Was that in the book you?
In America, the Farewell Tour, Chris Hedges, dude, it's fucking fantastic. So Trump just got in there and had this big money wheel going, and then would just write. He was the CEO or owner, or whatever it was, so he would just pay himself like millions of dollars out of this money wheel, and then the shit would hit the fan because it couldn't work out. Then he'd be like, "All right, I'm bankrupt," and then I think he just did that with like a couple other things. That was, and he admitted that was his shit. He was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I took advantage of the
Yeah,
laws.
he's like, the system sucks, so I did it.
Yeah, man, he fucking did. So, but it's like his like right hand man. So like in the Taj Mahal, it would just be like if you were like an elite, you could land on, you would be helicoptered in, and you'd stay in like one of the penthouses. And the dude who like was on top of the helipad, who was like waving people down, was like a 3-time felon who got in trouble for like drugs, and he was like selling coke and weed. And that was like Trump's right hand man. I guess he was like selling all the drugs in that area, keeping everything going. So I think he was like Trump's like right hand thug. But when that guy went to jail, he got a pardon. He ended up getting caught in a big coke pinch, and he did like 7 months. He got pardoned.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and eventually the Taj Mahal all fell apart, and like Trump just fucking walked away with a bunch of cash. Everyone's like he's broke. It's like, yeah, the Taj Mahal went broke. He was taking millions out of it a year. So I don't know. I don't know much about his money, but like he was getting paid out of that, which is pretty crazy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So that was my little diatribe on fucking all that stuff.
That's sick, dude.
I've been trying to get that out, dude. I mean, that stuff's been kicking around my head for a while. But yeah, that's what I think it'll be if people eventually get to the point where becoming like rich for the sake of just having a bunch of money, if they can get that, if they can be like, that's kind of weird, and I'm just like going to try to do something worthwhile, that's cool, I think people will have a little more chance. But
It sounds like Christianity.
Possibly. No, I don't think so. Could be.
Jesus said some shit about rich guys.
Yeah, but he also said the poor will always be there. Don't worry about them. Dine with me tonight on this last night. But yeah, he definitely got crushed. Jesus did actually. He walked up to the I told you about the fucking church back then.
Yeah.
That was the Taj Mahal, dude. Of them just being like, hey, give us 20 shekels and we'll burn a goat for you. And then Jesus was like, yo, bro, you don't need to pay these guys. You can just do this shit yourself. And they were like, dunk, 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 crucified his ass up.
That's kind of like you right now.
I mean, I don't want to call myself a messiah figure, but no. But dude, that's the weird thing about Christianity. The whole symbol of Christianity is fucking this guy who came and was like, you don't need a hierarchical religion. And then they killed him for that and then started a hierarchical religion in his name with him murdered as its symbol. Weird. St. Paul started fucking Christianity, not Jesus, bro.
Hell yeah.
So, is what it is.
I thought it was Simon. I thought it was Peter.
I think it was Paul.
Could
be wrong.
I thought Peter was the rock. I thought he was the first pope.
Peter could get. He might have been the first pope, but I think Paul was the fucking
I think
puppet
Paul was
master,
the fucking
dude.
Jew ringleader.
Sorry, that's my rant,
You
dude.
think Paul stayed Jew secretly?
Oh, for sure, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, they were all fucking
yes.
Jews, dude. Don't
They
get me
were.
wrong.
Yeah,
They
they
were
were.
fucking. They were old school Jews.
What do you think of that?
I don't know enough about it, dude. I just knew it was wild back then.
You're
for
an
those boys.
anti-Semitic messiah, dude.
No,
That's
I'm
fucking
not.
sick.
No, I'm not, dude.
You know who that sounds like?
Who?
Adolf.
What? What? All my stuff sounds like Adolf Hitler?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
How?
A little Hitlery.
No, it's not Hitlery,
Yeah,
dude.
dude. You're Hitler.
Dude, no, you wish I was fucking Hitler, dude. You're just trying to make this you're trying to make this into something you could join.
Nah, dude, I'm a lone wolf.
So am I, bro.
Nah, no, you're not. I am.
How do you figure?
You're trying to start cults and shit, dude. I'm just out.
I'm not
living.
trying to start cults,
I'm just
dude.
out fucking being a naughty bee,
I'm a fucking dude. I'm a
I don't
sage.
have time, dude.
I'm a sage that somehow in this point in time came across electronic technology, dude. That's all I am, dude.
I'm just a naughty bee, dude.
We're
timeless, dude.
You're just a collar popping
Just out
renegade,
fucking
dude.
partying, dude.
You're just a bottle rocket, dude. Fucking shooting off
I'm
in
gonna
the
fucking
sky.
explode quick, dude. This is trouble. I told you I hit the Stairmaster. I was on that thing for 5 minutes. I was like, oh boy.
Dude, that thing's
We got problems.
fucking hard. It's real hard.
Yeah. The hot chicks at the gym, they're still, it's
Man,
just,
dude, when they fucking...
and it's Astoria too. So they're all, they're your types.
Oh, in Astoria.
In Queens, yeah, that's where I joined a Planet Fitness, dude. I'm getting
Damn,
fucking.
man.
That's why I'm so ripped
Are you
right
trying
now.
to drown in pussy
I'm
there,
so
dude?
fucking. Look how ripped I am, dude.
Yeah, I see those triceps popping.
Whoa.
Yo, I
Watch
see those
out.
fucking horseshoes popping out the sides. What's up?
Yeah, whoa.
Ooh, God damn,
It's a
dude.
naughty bee feature, dude.
You gotta have
If you're a naughty bee, your tries pop.
stunning triceps no matter what, dude. That's fucking sick.
That's what BBGs love the most.
Triceps?
They love to grip your tries when you're fucking taking them to fucking pound city,
They're
dude.
just literally, they are. That's
They
what it is.
lock onto those. That's when they give you hickeys.
It's like, yeah, it's like when you're doing like you ever do rock climbing? It's like, they're like the
Yeah,
little
of course
fucking,
I rock climb.
they're like the little things you hook your balls into and fucking like,
Since I was a kid, I've looked at those rock climbing walls. This is just the ultimate obstacle that I'll literally never be able to accomplish.
Rock climbing kind of blows, man.
Rock climbing definitely blows.
I've done it a bunch of times. I've done it's called, I don't like the one where you get hooked up to a wire and then it's like pointless. I like the one where you can only go like 11 or 10 feet up, but then you're not on a wire and you just fall off onto a pad.
Oh, nice.
Pretty fun.
My
but-
niece dreamed big and tried to rock climb once.
Did he
We
really?
took her to a fucking indoor place and she started climbing. And I knew she's chubby. I was like, she's a big dog. I was like, the rock climbing is not a Gillis game, dude. We are a very flat land
Fucking land
people.
dwellers, dude.
We stay down, dude. We're mushroom farmers, dude. We stay in the dark. Get underground, lady. She tried to climb. She got like 2 feet off the ground and started crying. And
Oh, my
I
God.
filmed it and just laughed.
Oh, that's so
It's pretty
funny.
great.
'Cause, yeah, you got to be there for like an hour. Once you realize you can't climb anything, it's like, well, this place sucks. Yeah, my one friend is like real into it. And I would go with him, and it would just like, well, my friend out in California, we did it. That was fun. I have another friend who was like actually really, really into it, and I would like watch people who were really good at it, and it was just kind of like, all right, that's cool. I would like, this is fun. I like to go up here and climb as high as I can, just kind of jump off. But that's all I used to do. When I was little, I used to climb a shed like 4 times a day and just jump off it. I used to like jumping off high stuff when I was
Jumping
little.
off high stuff was the shit.
Dude, like a swing. You do a swing
Yeah,
and jump off a
jump at the
swing.
height.
I fucking love that shit.
If I did that now, my legs would explode.
Dude, you couldn't pay me enough to jump off a swing.
I would definitely break or tear something immediately.
I'm at the point in my life where, like, if I'm on a swing set, I start like questioning the integrity of the structure. I'm
Immediately.
like, can this thing handle me?
I mean, well, welcome to my world, dude. If I see not that sturdy a chair every time,
That's tight. Like, the fatter you get, the better at physics you have to become.
yeah, dude. I'll eye up a chair. I'm like Jason Bourne with chairs. Like that chair can hold 250 pounds. So this is a risk.
As you see someone at the sit, you're like, no.
I just put all my weight on my feet.
You go
Just-
all feet. And just,
Yeah,
like you do like an illusion of
like
your
a
butt.
catcher.
touching.
Yeah, dude.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah, man. That's cool. You're doing this,
What?
transitioning
Into what?
into just pure Messiah.
I mean, I got to do something.
You got to write a fucking manifesto.
I got to, dude. In time. In time.
You got to get a sick manifesto, dude.
I got in time, dude. I have a couple projects kicking in my head.
We need the erotic lit,
Erotic lit's gonna be tight, dude.
which that'll be sick.
You know what I've thought of doing actually for real? If I'm gonna start writing erotic lit and just adding like really weird, ridiculous shit in there, and just waiting to see the comments. People like, dude, what the fuck was that about?
Yeah.
Just like build it up real cool, and then just add like something like real.
Do you think you could study psychology enough to know how to write a perfect
easy.
erotic lit,
I could probably, for sure.
like a 50 Shades type?
That would be fucking funny, man. I've always wanted to do a movie where something like it's like just a regular old action movie, and like at the end, some guy just like pisses his pants, and the credits come up, and it's a guy like, we gotta save him, and he's like, oh man, and then like the credits roll, and it's like, what the fuck is that?
yeah. That's like one of the every time I'm watching a serious movie, if I'm like right now,
Oh my god,
just that happens. That'd
that
be
and
great.
ating just gay sex scenes for no reason. It's pointless
At
gay.
the end of the
sex
movie,
scene.
the two
Oh
main
my
characters
God.
start making out. The two dudes. That's how our podcast should end. You and me should fuck on the last episode. Just have the audio of it on it.
And people will we should fuck on this, and then just both disappear, and they'll be like, "Did those guys fuck?" And no one will ever know. That's how you gotta do it.
If we ever both get sad enough that we're gonna kill ourselves,
We'll
we
fucking
should
kill
fuck on the
ourselves.
Patreon
Yeah.
and then take a boat out to sea, shoot ourselves in the head and fall in.
Light the boat on fire.
Yeah, no one
Do
will
a
find us.
Viking barrel. That'd be tight.
Sex Viking.
We should make a
funeral,
suicide
dude.
pact. That'd be perfect.
I'll suicide pact with you.
Nice. Let's
If
do that.
if one of us gets sad enough to do it,
Yeah,
the other
that's
one has
true.
to.
The other
no
one
matter how
has
good,
to
no
fucking
matter how
kill.
good things are going,
Wow, that's a good suicide pact.
that could put you in some trouble. You're on some risky ground. I feel like you're less susceptible to do it.
Yeah.
Naughty bees fucking flame out. It could get dark quick.
It's a suicide pact. It's a suicide pact, dude. You gotta honor it. That'd be so funny, dude. In like 25 years,
If
I
I
have
kill
to
myself
take my
and some dude
kids
from
and
the Facebook group's like, hey man, you remember when you said you definitely
oh my god! I'd be like, well, I told my kids, like, look, I made a suicide pact on a podcast. I have to honor it. Be tight.
By then you'll have followers though. Your cult.
I'll convince them to kill themselves too. Why not?
Jonestown it out.
Dude, that guy shared the Don Juan article. Remember I was talking about the guy Don Juan who was like talking about like your legs getting weird on like Jimson weed. That guy like convinced a bunch of people to kill themselves for real. And he was like, I'm invincible. If you were like in his cult.
So did Evanescence.
Who?
Evanescence.
The band?
Yeah.
They were a suicide cult?
Well, I know a lot of kids kill themselves.
Yeah, he fucking he convinced people to kill themselves. But he was like, if you got a cold in his cult, he'd be like, you're weak, you're spiritually weak. And then he got pancreatic cancer and like kept it on the low and like went and hid in a hospital. And he's like, I've ascended into the universe. You guys must free yourselves. He like convinced people to drive their cars off like the Grand Canyon.
That's a fucking sick way to do it.
I know. It's pretty tight.
Wow. That'd be cool if we could talk some of these listeners into
Killing themselves? Yeah, for sure. But you got to do it. We all got to do it together. So.
All of us? Mm-hmm. How?
I'm not killing myself. I'm kidding.
How do you think you should do it?
Definitely jumping off something super high.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That sounds like the worst way. One of the worst ways.
You think so?
No, the worst way is walking into those dudes that commit suicide by going into like a lion's den.
That's
like the
horrible,
zoo.
dude.
That's the one, like in the bridge in the documentary, the guy
Yeah.
who jumped and survived was like, as soon as I left the railing, I regretted it.
Oh my
It's
God.
like, yeah, of course you did.
As soon
As you walk into a fucking zoo enclosure and you're like, this bear's going to kill me. It's
Dude,
like, dude, you're going to regret that.
imagine the speed at which you'd hit the ground jumping off the Grand Canyon. I mean, you must pass out in the air.
No, I think that's a Mythbusters did that.
What? You pass out in the air? Dude, how the fuck did they
I think Mythbusters busted the 9/11 conspiracy.
Did they?
The jumpers like had heart attacks on the way down.
How the fuck did they bust
Mythbusters
that?
busted 9/11.
That's
dude.
funny. They both
No,
were like,
they didn't do
no
that.
one's watching the show anymore. We got to test this myth. And they're like,
9/11.
"Ugh." They jumped out of the new building.
Yeah, people say that. I remember that hearing that at like when 9/11 happened. They're like, if you jump from that high, you'll go into shock and have like a heart attack. It's like, no, you won't.
You don't have a heart attack. I thought you just passed. You probably
don't. Think about fucking skydiving.
That's true. Fuck.
You fucking live, dude. You go the whole way.
And then you hit the ground. I mean, I wonder though. You hit the ground, and it's got to be like a bug hitting a windshield.
Sometimes.
You must turn to turtle soup, dude, instantly.
Sometimes.
God damn.
That's a. Ooh.
Yeah, dude. Committing suicide and living is like, that's fucking wild shit. Dudes who jump off that bridge and fucking come back and they're like, yeah, I tried to kill myself. Like actually try to kill myself and survived.
Yeah.
You know.
Fenoya was telling me last night this dude put a shotgun in his mouth and he moved it at the last second and just blew the side of his face out. Oh my God. Now he's just a fucking motivational speaker. He's like, don't fucking do what I did, kids.
Oh my God. Just say, there you go.
Yeah, if things go bad enough, I'm just going to shoot the side of my face out.
That's good.
And just be like,
Be
I'll just
motivational.
give some fucking speeches.
I used to be really sad.
I'll run some bits by the kids while I'm up there. Like, huh? Your friend ever say the N-word to you? Anyway, back to the speech. Don't fucking do it.
Yeah, man. Well, I really do think that's the only thing that can replace religion now is people, I mean, again, could be wrong, but I think it's people starting to just do like acid and mushrooms and stuff.
It's interesting you think this is the time in history, in human history, where we replace religion. It's a little, I'd say, borderline arrogant of you.
What do you mean?
You think I don't know.
I mean, it started in like the 1800s.
Religion?
Yeah. I mean, it started to kind of falter on a massive scale, at least in the West.
Okay.
With the Enlightenment, it started to kind of like fall apart.
Okay.
So it's like, but I think we're stuck in a weird like, whatchamacallit? What the fuck's it called? We're in like a weird purgatory right now where people are like,
Nice religious terminology.
thank you. I couldn't think of the word. It's like where you kind of like believe in stuff and kind of don't, and you don't know. So it's like, I mean, I don't have the answers. It's just the stuff I think about.
I hear you.
This is what I'm on right now mentally.
Yeah. I heard.
So I talked to my therapist about it. She's like, okay.
Oh wait, you see a therapist?
I still do psychoanalysis. Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's my shit, dude.
Nice,
I love
man.
it. But it sucks because I'm so into psychoanalysis that I start analyzing everything. Where I'm like, wow, this is why I do this. This is why I feel uncomfortable in grocery stores. Well, I did get lost in the mall one time. Thought I was following my mom. Well, and I started, and she's like, well, all right. Let's take it easy.
Oh, you try to do like her job while you're in there?
Well, I tried to be like, well, you know what I was thinking about? It's like maybe.
Oh my God, dude. I can't even. I mean, I guess I was about to be like, I can't even imagine being your therapist. It's like, oh wait, yeah, I can. I do it. I've done it 105 times.
Yeah, exactly.
I've done it 105
my
hours.
last therapist ghosted me. Just fucking never called. Some other lady was like, "Hey, I saw your vial. I think you're my person now." And I was like, "That's what's up. What happened to the other person? Just they didn't call you?" I was like, "No." And they're like, "That's really fucked up. They're supposed to call you." And I was just like, "Is what it is, babe. What time do you want me to come in?" Here I come.
You're
baby.
gonna find out why. Yeah, I told you I went to therapy once,
It's fucking.
and the
tight.
guy
I
was
like
like, "Well, you're depressed. Here, take these pills.
Oh, you went to
and
like a
definitely don't
psychiat-
do stand up."
What?
Yeah.
Oh, you went to a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Nah, you got to go to a fucking like.
Went in once. I was like, I ain't taking no fucking pills, doc.
You should have smacked him out
I'm
of his
gonna
hand.
become a stand-up comic. I'll show you.
Yeah, I'm not into the psychiatry. I mean, it helps for some people, but I like just talk. I mean, it doesn't. You know, it is what it is.
Everybody I've talked to, a lot of the comics in New York do therapy. Like
Yeah.
they all do,
Yeah,
and they're all very strong proponents of it. They're like, you got to fucking do it.
it's pretty tight. Well, it's like, it's cool to do. Just in it, you basically, it's just you figure the shit out for yourself. They kind of like point stuff out here and there, but you just talk, and they just kind of like, oh, that's weird. What about this? What's that? And you're just kind of like, it makes you hit your blind spots where you're just like, I never thought of that, but it's pretty cool. I like it. It's something I look forward to. You got to find a good therapist. The one I
Yeah.
had sucked the first time, and I hated it. And I always canceled. The lady I have now is fantastic.
Yeah.
She just, she just sits there and it's just like, that's interesting. And like, just is like, so is this what you're saying? I'm like, yeah, pretty much. And she's like, well, okay.
You should probably not do that.
What? Oh, yeah.
The lady's probably sitting there like, don't mail bombs.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like Soros deserves a package. She's like, please don't.
But yeah, she's, God bless her heart.
Yeah, the every New York comic that does it's also like everybody that does comedy is fucked up. And then it's
Yeah,
like,
I
well,
don't-
yeah, or maybe everybody that does comedy is just open.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
pretty much everyone's, like you said earlier, is like pretty fucked up.
Yeah. No, I don't buy that for
Like
that.
bad shit happens to a lot of accountants.
Oh, for sure.
They're going through some tough times.
And they're in an environment where you have to completely repress everything going on. It's like, while like scrambling for that fucking CFO position or something, that's a sick and twisted environment. I mean, comedy's a fucked up, weird environment too. But
Yeah.
dude,
Comedy, all you have to worry about is Lemaire Lee getting banned.
you got to watch out for that.
You can't ban the Lemaire boy.
That was one shot too far, dude. That was the literal edge.
You think? I don't think so.
Not at all.
This will blow over.
Not at all.
Nothing matters. Literally none of this fucking matters.
It matters, dude. It's just you gotta be at peace with the fact that one day you get to fizzle out, dude. Just enjoy everything and then just go down. It's no big deal.
This is a dark cast, dude.
Yeah.
What happened? What
I've been
audiobook
I've
did you
been
get hit with?
I've
dude?
been reading a lot of real
Oh.
dark stuff at nighttime before I go to bed.
You're reading the dark arts before bed.
Yeah, a lot of John Gray. He's a dark bull.
Yeah.
But it's
What's he
not
chatting
like
about?
everything I've been talking about. The whole thing how progress is a myth and how it's just like progress is like the decaying Christian myth and how we think we're going to like
Yeah.
separate ourselves. We think we're separate from nature. It's really not a depressing thing. His whole thing is like, you don't like people think like we always say like, why do we come into this world? He's like, we don't come into it, we come out of it.
Yeah.
We're just like waves popping out of an ocean. We're just like, man, I'm down. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a nice way to think.
I had a thought when I was a kid that because we were talking about predestination, like predetermined and like free choice and all that. Mm-hmm. And when I was young, I was like, well, we're all animals. And because I remember they were like, dogs don't have souls. I remember in Catholic school, they're like, dogs don't have souls. They can't think.
Yeah, that was some bullshit.
They
dude.
only make decision off instinct. And I was like, well, so do we.
They didn't like that.
I was like, we're all instinct. Therefore, everything's predetermined. Maybe
That's-
instinct is God.
What'd they say?
They're like, you're a fucking weird kid. Here's an extra fucking lunch. Here's double lunch, dude. You're going to play O-line.
Oh, it's so
Like,
fucking
we're going to hit
funny.
your head till these dumb ideas get out of there. And now I think philosophy is gay. So they won.
They won, dude. Perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, philosophy is fucking lame, dude.
I hated philosophy.
dude.
There's never an answer. So I fucking hated it.
It sucks. Yeah, it really. There's a thing called The School of Life on YouTube, and they go through all of the Western thinkers from like the very beginning, and they give you like a 9-minute rundown on like what. A lot of the stuff's kind of cool, but yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of it's just like, just jerk off stuff.
Yeah, I remember one guy's like morality. He was talking about how we're all just bags of meat, basically.
Yeah.
Like we're all just running on it like nothing matters. And then the guy he was telling that to just kicked a dog, like in front of him while they were walking. And he was like, "What the fuck, man?" He's like, "Where's it? You're not supposed to feel bad, dude.
That's
We're just
pretty-
meeting."
see,
Yeah, and
I
he's
mean,
like, "See, you got morality."
Well, what sucks is the function of philosophy back in
I think
Plato
I got
and
that
them.
story right.
That's a sick fucking story. The function of philosophy was to continuously like figure out what's going on and for people to talk, and then it just got kind of like ruined by nerds. Basically,
Yeah.
they're just kind of like, I'm the better mess, and then it gets lined up with college, and it's like it's supposed to be for just two people to talk.
All my philosophy revolves around dogs.
Oh, for sure,
Guy
dude.
kicked a dog when that teacher told me dogs don't have souls. I watched There's a dogs documentary. Soder told me to watch this documentary
What's it called?
on Netflix. It's called Dogs.
I got to see this.
I
now.
watched the first episode this morning. When I'm hungover, I cry pretty easy.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, I was watching it in front of Claire. 5 minutes into the first episode, I started crying. I was like, I can't watch this fucking.
What's it about?
The first episode's about a little girl who has seizures, like horribly. So they're gonna get her a dog that's trained to detect seizures, and like stay with her at all times and bark when she's having a seizure.
What?
Yeah. So then it's like this little girl's in bed. She's like, I'm so excited to get my puppy. He's gonna save my life. And like they show the puppy, like the dog getting like trained and shit.
Oh
And I was
my
like,
God,
it's so fucking nice. It's so good.
dude. The John Gray guy doesn't believe for a second that animals aren't conscious. He's like, we're all conscious. He's like, humans are the ones who are conscious enough where they're cursed to actually like know that they die. He's like,
Yeah.
animals are conscious, but they just don't know they're gonna
They're
die.
just fucking
they don't
balling.
care. Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
kind of like I literally took a nap on my couch today. My dog goes, "Fuck yeah, dude." Hops over the thing, lays down, little cuddle buddy, dude, and he's just chilling.
Dude.
Meanwhile, I'm like, no one lets me sleep in this
Yeah.
house. My fucking girlfriend always gets mad when I wake her up from a nap, and she's being loud as fuck.
We gotta We gotta get you on the horn with O'Leary.
Oh yeah, dude.
He'll hit you with all this. They
the-
study all this philosophy and all this stuff.
Yeah, they're the
And
seminary.
they have the answers through like they get taught all the answers and shit.
John Gray is a fucking.
Every time I start saying shit about like animals, I'm like, I can see there's something there, like with a dog.
Yeah,
like
what are they trying to say?
The bond. He's like, you sound a lot like St. Francis of Assisi right now.
There's
I'm like,
nothing wrong
hell
with that.
yeah, dude.
A lot of those saints are fucking sick, dude. Nothing
Yeah.
wrong with them. Tommy Aquinas, dude. He was the fucking
Tommy
man.
Aquinas.
Tommy Aquinas.
Dude, Aquinas was a baller.
He was a fucking sick ass.
I used to love when I was a kid reading about how all the saints got killed. They all, like every single time it was like, yeah, they boiled this guy on a giant frying pan. I was
You
like,
wonder why
what?
people are so scared to speak in public. It's like they used to fucking throw a rock at your head and kill you, dude. Like, it's a totally
You know
rational
how people
fear.
are like instinctively like afraid of snakes and spiders?
Yeah.
That's why, public speaking's like up there. Like people are like, I'd rather die than speak publicly.
Dude, it's
like, yeah, 'cause
people are more afraid of it.
instinctively, if you speak out against the herd's like, hey, fuck you, faggot. They fucking string you up.
They'll literally kill you.
Yeah, and
That's
it's
what
not
hap-
a good death.
No, dude. They'll cut your tongue out. They gave I think who was it? Plato or Socrates, whoever came second. He got fucking hemlock.
Yeah.
They like make you drink poison, dude.
Like, yeah, fucking chug this, you queer.
He's sick. He actually was like, "Fuck it, give me it." Drank poison and just talk shit until he died. And he was like, "Ah."
Yeah, that's really funny.
Epicurean, dude, or Epicurus. He was fucking. That was back then. It was like you would just like see what was going on and be like, "I have a better way of living," and you would espouse it. And he basically was like, "You don't need success. You don't need to like worry about like marrying high up or like status." He was like, "All you need to do is get all your closest dogs and just live with them." And that was he literally did that. And there was called like an Epicurean like compound that like, you know, people would just live together. You just live with all your boys, split a house, and everyone stopped trying to like, I guess,
Fuck chicks.
amass
fucking
wealth.
each other.
Yeah, mass wealth. So
They
they
just
were,
built a gay mansion.
they just built a gay mansion with all his boys. There was girls and shit there too.
Nah,
and then
just dudes
dude, it
balling
spread
out.
to the point where there was like hundreds of thousands of people living like this. And the fucking once Christianity became like the official like Roman
Yeah.
or whatever, they
Like,
came
you owe us
through.
money, you fucking idiots.
They came through, like got those guys, they conquered them, and then they turned. That's where the idea of monasteries came from.
Hell yeah.
Pretty sick. School
Yeah.
life YouTube, dude. All I do is watch YouTubes, listen to audiobooks, and stay inside. Don't hang out with people, dude.
That sounds like a good philosophy.
It's pretty fun. dude.
Sounds helpful. What are we at?
We're out of here, dude. I shouldn't be on. I shouldn't have been on the air at all, dude.
This is a fucking McCuskey.
I know.
You just espoused your beliefs, dude.
I did. I'm lucky. I'm happy I got that out. Now I can move on because that was something that was bubbling around my brain. Sorry.
Don't be sorry.
I don't like to dominate the cast, dude.
No, that was a good one.
Sorry.
No, that was
All I could think about was Deep State, dude, talking shit. And I was
Deep
like,
State. Oh yeah,
fuck
I
you,
fucking
dude.
thought about that too the whole time.
He was
This
in my
guy,
head.
the guy on Reddit was like, "Yeah, the last episode was a little weak." I was like, you motherfucker."
Brothers' love can be tough.
Yeah, dude. We got a good group of dogs to follow.
I mean, if
Cast.
people don't, this is my personal life philosophy. If people don't like this, I'm going to kill myself. If you're like, yo, that sucks, I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, if I hear one negative comment all day,
Fucks me up too.
Whew.
I like to say, like, I don't give a fuck. It depends on who it comes from. Deep State's my brother, dude.
yeah,
I hear I
Deep
let down my brother. I'm like,
State. I mean,
although it's like, fuck you, dude. You record a podcast. Let's see how good it is. Fuck you. You know what I might do? I might start doing too. If we do have breaks, go on like just the Reddit, YouTube, or Reddit podcast, and just being like, I'll be on your podcast, and just fucking just butt fuck people's podcasts while I'm on it, and just be like, we'll do a swapcast. We can both call in and do a fucking. We should call in and start bullying people's podcasts. Because we can do it through like one of those whatever.
Doing the Real Ass podcast tomorrow, dude. You go try to bully the fucking Puerto Rican rattlesnake, dude.
way.
He will fuck you up.
I wonder if I could fight him. How tall is he?
He's thick too,
He's a fucking beefy boy.
and he's been training MMA.
Fuck that. I'm not doing
Yeah,
this. shit.
and
I'm
he's
not
rowdy, dude. He is quick to fucking.
I've seen him get
he's
fucking
quick
rowdy.
to strike.
I've
dude.
seen him get rowdy and get mad. Yeah, fuck
Luis
yeah.
Gomez will fuck you up.
I'm
dude.
not trying to. Any dude
I
that
don't-
training
yeah.
shit. I don't fuck with people who do that.
Yeah.
I was doing the jujitsu. I quit. I'm like, dude, I just don't care about being good at wrestling that much to pay $170, dude. I'm like, I'll just fucking get a gun.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna wrestle it. I'm gonna give it. My
How
neck
about
hurts.
you want to talk about Farrakhan at all?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
that's your boy,
Dude,
dude.
that's the fucking bull.
What was that audio you sent?
Oh, dude, it's fucking.
I know you posted.
It's Farrakhan. Let me see. This was actually. It was Farrakhan explaining this Star of David. How much like.
Yeah, it's so sick that guy.
How it
is-
has 6 points and then 6 triangles in the middle. Mark of the beast, basically saying Jews are the devil. You can catch him at the Women's March. Literally, he fucking spoke at the Women's March before. That's so funny that they didn't like do their due diligence on him.
Who, the broads at the Women's March didn't do the research?
Yeah,
What?
they were just like, black preacher. Oh my god, yeah, thanks. It's been great. And you check his greatest hits, and it's like that dude's laying down hot cast, dude.
He drops hot cats.
It's all conspiracy theory shit, and he's talking about the Masons, and he's like, and I'm not talking about black Masons, y'all all right? I'm talking about the white Masons, and he starts like going the founding father, dude. He's fucking wild. Listen to this bull.
Millions of people across the planet are buying Extends.
That's just him talking about like pills and extent. That started from the Star of David, and then he went into like boner pills.
You are Farrakhan, dude.
Yo, I'm telling you, man, this guy there's something to be fucking gleaned
Yeah,
from
dude.
this guy.
You like
he
him.
just he buys like a fucking like Dumb and Dumber suit and just stands in front of 800 black Muslims and it's like, this is what I think about boner pills. And everyone's like, go home, bro. Dude, it's wild shit.
Yeah, he's running the secret cast.
He fucking is, dude. Farrakhan's secret cat. Yo, and he like when he rolls into, he'll like still go to like Shade 4-5 and all those like studios. And he just there's always like brings like 6 just thick bulls with him. They just stand by him. They nod their heads, dude.
I hope I run into him.
You have to run into this guy.
If I walk past Shade 45.
Do
when
you
do
really?
the bonfire? Yeah.
They'll bring Farrakhan on every now and then because he's like a
I'm
fucking.
on that tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, you gotta ask about Farrakhan. You gotta get Farrakhan. We gotta get Farrakhan on the cast.
We gotta have him call in. Be like, yo, dude, we fucking hate Jews. We hate boner pills. What up? Even though I fucking love Jews and boner pills.
Yeah, for real. Well, yeah, Farrakhan, like, he went a little too hard, dude. He, like, watched... It's funny to think of him just being a man of the Bible, and he was just like, well, what is this YouTube about? And, like, went on a rabbit hole and was like, oh, my God, the Jews are ruining everything. I gotta preach the good word.
It's such a funny fucking thing that, like,
He's a respected preacher.
retarded dudes always end up circling the drain around the Jew drain, dude, where they're just like, you know what? All my problems are the Jews.
Yeah, it is a funny stereotype.
Where does it, like...
Well, that now is being the one that's being taught in schools just about white men.
Yeah.
The Jew conspiracy is now like white male patriarchy.
What do you think of that?
And that's what they teach in schools, bro. About the
What was that book? The Protocols of Zion?
I don't know. I never read it.
I think that was the first... Well, that was like a major
Like wake up.
anti-Semitism fucking...
Really?
Yeah, dude. You think they're teaching the protocols of white dudes right now?
Yeah, oh, for sure.
That's like a class.
Dude, they're
you can major in
They're
that.
literally. I mean, again, you know, I get part of this,
We're
but
pretty much like 1930s Jews.
oh, for
Straight
dude,
white dudes
for
in America.
Sure,
yeah,
dude.
we're pretty much just as
for
persecuted.
sure. No, I mean they do count companies and like how many straight white guys are working here.
Yeah, you got to fire them.
And they're like, yeah. I mean, again, though, it is one of those things where you got to break up the boys' club. But It's not. I don't think it's anywhere near the Holocaust, but there's parts of it that are.
You don't
kind
think
of
it's
similar.
anywhere near the Holocaust?
No, I don't think so.
I don't
Not
think.
Yet. Not yet.
You don't think it's
The worst. They're gonna have a concentration camp where like I just don't get the internet, and I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah, you see the
Or like I just only make like 60,000 instead of 80,000.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, why have you fucking forsaken me?
see what the Chinese are doing.
What?
They're getting some concentration camps going.
What?
For the Muzzies.
Oh yeah.
Chinese are rounding them up, dude.
Eesh, that's not good.
That's not a fun camp.
It's not a smart move either. They're close to like Muzz Central. Why are Muzzies bothering us? If you're a militant jihadist, listen up, dude. Fucking,
Yeah, go fuck with the Chinese.
fuck them
also,
up,
the
dude.
Chinese fucking torture dogs, dude.
those motherfuckers.
That
dude.
yeah, not all of them, obviously. There's
for sure.
a couple. There's a billion, but some Chinese torture dogs, dude.
You know the Chinese are making fake diamonds at such an alarming rate that like
Diamonds don't matter anymore.
the value's dropping, and it's like De Beers is hiring an expert to try to figure out how to tell the difference. Because they can't as of yet tell the difference.
Dude, De
between
Beers had a good history.
De Beers are fucking.
De Beers is fucking. That's crazy. That company's still allowed to
They're
exist.
super evil, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, they hoard diamonds and inflate the market rate of diamonds, and obviously like
dude.
run diamond mines where people
Who's running that?
who are De Beers.
Yeah, I'm saying who's running the.
Who does? I don't
Who
know.
does a lot of the jewelry?
Who
The jewelry, huh?
Yeah,
What do you think? Now we're back, dude. We circled the drain. We're white retards. We're officially white retards. Like, you know what? It's the juice.
I mean, dude, you can just you blame it on the some families that do that because it's like I'm sure you get them from everywhere, but woo, baby, dude, the De Beers are up to no good.
Yeah, I was.
And they the Chinese figure out how to manufacture their precious diamonds, dude, and it's like.
The Chinese are wiling out right now.
I mean, that's good. That's good timing though for people proposing because it's like you could print out a couple articles and be like, look, I'm not spending $5,000 on a synthetic diamond, babe. I love you that much. I don't want you wearing some Chinese fucking knockoff diamond. Let's just get like silicone rings.
Let's just date.
Let's just date forever and not draw up paperwork.
Yeah,
I
man.
love you so much, babe. I don't want to encumber you with this estate.
Yeah, the Chinese. That's. What do you think of the Chinese, dude?
I don't know what the fuck goes on in China, dude. Apparently they're like,
don't either, dude.
apparently
It
they
is
have
wild.
like, they're setting up the social credit system that is like a Black Mirror episode.
Yeah.
They're rounding up Muslims. They're making fake diamonds, which shout out to them for that. That's
Yeah, that's sick.
good job, guys. Now you save me $3,500 at some point in the future.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, eventually, eventually you got to fucking.
Nice thing. Are you proposing right now?
That'd be a sick
Propose
proposal.
over the cast.
Oh
be
my
like,
god.
Babe, why don't you listen to episode 105? I gotta sit through you espousing crazy shit for an hour. Make her really second guess marrying you.
That's not a bad idea.
It'd be like, well, if you got through that, what do you think?
That should be a proposal, dude. You should just sit in a dark room and just talk into a microphone for 2 hours. And if your bae can sit and listen to it and not just like fire up the Ford Fusion and take off.
My test for that is like, babe, we're gonna watch No Country for Old Men tonight.
True.
See how quick that cell phone comes out.
Oh, yeah.
Be like, if you love me, you'll watch Shiger fucking kill this dude
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
instead of checking someone else's Instagram. Who's on there? Who's in your DMs?
Fuck
you bitch?
that, dude. Oh my god, I get so jealous. I see Snapchat alert. I do that shit. I'm like, oh, someone. I think someone Snapchatted you. Oh, I don't care. You don't have to check right now.
Yeah, who is it?
I mean, is that someone you know?
What's
that?
that?
I don't know. Yeah, dude.
Who's Ryan? Who's Ken? Yeah, I hit BBG with the fucking hard fucking real life DMs, dude. Just bringing her some good sold out helium shows.
Ooh, yeah, man.
Take a look.
That'll ratchet them down a little bit.
Take a look. You see how I live?
They see the masses go.
Once every 5 months. You see how I live? They love me.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, you can't take her to a bad show though.
I mean, if you think about
Stock
it,
plummets.
any other job is relatively boring and unglorious. And even if stand up, if only once every 5 months, a room full of people are just like, it's like
Yeah.
that's pretty fucking good, man. It's pretty
Hell
sick.
yeah.
It's pretty tight.
Hell yeah.
These are the thoughts where this is a drain I start circling. I stand up on a stage. I'm like,
I should get pussy from this.
yeah, exactly.
Someone please suck my dick, please.
I mean, it kind of does work that way. If you do online, the combination of online dating and being a decent stand-up comedian is like fish in a barrel, bro. You bring them out, first date ever, they meet you. All they do is you just fucking smile upon them, and you're on stage at the Helium Open mic crushing, dude, and they don't have a fucking choice, dude.
But
That's unfair.
to do what?
But to go home, dude, and fuck.
And fug you?
Or like, maybe on the third date. You're doing that. You've definitely broke through their mental barrier of like, should I give this guy pussy or not? You've broken. Now it's just a matter of time. They're like, all right,
It sounds like the groundwork for an erotic fiction.
maybe it's fucking.
Maybe it's a guy who takes a girl to an open mic. Next thing you know, you're tied up in a basement getting hit with shit.
Or next thing you know, you're co-owners of a house. Fucking
True. Next thing you know,
she yells at you all the time.
Still dating you.
Yeah. And she's really mean. And for some reason, her stuff can be everywhere. But if you have one thing out, say a toaster, it's the end of the fucking world.
Oh.
And then when you point out the fact of the hypocrisy of the situation, you're now like someone at her job who can't accept fucking criticism.
You're exactly like that guy at work. Mm-hmm. Her work husband. Mm-hmm. You remind me of my work husband.
Oh, man. Well, it's a work enemy. But it is one of those things where it's like, that I don't understand, dude. When it's just like, all of their shit can be fucking everywhere. You have one, it's like, you gonna put that away? And it's like, your shit's literally, we can't use a table. We don't have a fucking dinner table because your shit's everywhere. You're gonna put that away? Well, maybe you should speak up and say it bothers you. Why are you bringing it up now? You can't accept the fact that you're wrong. And it's like, no, you can't see the hypocrisy. You can't accept it. What the fuck? And then, dude, oh my God, don't get me started.
This is pure. I am definitely your therapist. This is crazy shit, dude.
You're my open mic for therapy. I'm like, all right, Shane thought that was pretty cool. I'm gonna hit that.
I'm going to hit it to the therapist, dude. See what they think.
Through my insurance, I get free therapy, so I could go to therapy every day if I wanted to.
I think you should.
That's how you're supposed to do psychoanalysis. You're supposed to do it like every day, like 4 times a week.
How do you think Freud ended up with his?
What do you mean?
Fucking, you want to butt fuck your mom and
Oh, Freud's shit was
finger your
wild,
dad, kill
dude.
your fucking bitch dad, and fuck your mom with his dick.
Dude, I told you how he was like interviewing all these. There was like this thing called hysteria when like sniz would just bug out of nowhere. I think they like all of the mental diseases for a while. They just called hysteria.
Yeah,
And chicks were getting hysterical. Like, they would just be like inconsolable, all anxious and freaking out, making shit up. And
wait, making what? Making shit up?
dig this, dude. Well, or just like talking to going bonkers.
Yeah.
But get this. So Freud, he's interviewing all these women who are hysterical. And through all the things they're saying, like, my father, and he was doing like, these were like high society women. My father molested me. My father molested me. My father molested me. Freud comes out and is like, yo, a lot of this hysteria is from people getting molested. And they were just like, yo, bro.
And every dad is like, yo, shut the fuck up,
These
dude.
are high profile dudes.
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
were
yeah.
like, nah, bro. I don't think
That
so.
can't be it.
That's not coming out. Go back to the fucking Notebook. Dude, Freud went back and came up with the term of, he's like, women secretly have rape fantasies and bought penis. Like, dude, like totally flipped the script. Because he did that a couple times. His dad originally, one of the theories about like, it was like patricide or something. It was like one of his theories were eventually like, about like killing your dad, and his dad's like, that's retarded. And then he was like, all right, yeah, and he switched it to like the opposite. Literally,
Yeah, he was
dude,
like, here's my theory on killing you, dad.
Yeah, and
his
he's
dad was
like-
like, that shit sucks.
his dad
He was
bullied
like, sorry,
him.
dad, sorry.
His dad bullied one of his theories, and he did a total 180 on it.
Funny, his theory was, I'm going to fucking kill you, dad. And he was like, no, that theory sucks.
It was something like that, or it was the opposite, where his dad fucking like crushed his theory, and then his next theory was like patricide.
Yeah, definitely.
It's so funny.
Fuck.
I mean, that's like what our like psychology is based
Dude,
on.
I don't know what is going on with you right now, but you are
I'm in school,
firing.
bro.
You
I'm
are
fucking.
You are so
I'm
smart.
much education around
You're
me.
so smart.
I'm kind of dumb. I have a lot of I have a lot of knowledge in my head that just has nothing to apply. It's just like a swirl of like useless shit that I'm just
Well,
like.
now someone just listened to it for an hour and a half. Someone sat there with a swirl of useless shit. It was like, hell yeah, sick cast.
Oh, I know. That's fantastic.
No, I've been interested. So whoever's listening to this must be like,
Well, thank you.
fuck yeah,
Well, thank you.
yeah, dude, you crushed.
What goes on beneath the fucking iceberg, dude? That's Shane Gillis.
Nothing.
Really?
Nah, you know me, dude.
Sky country football.
Still
dude.
waters run deep, though. I got a lot
I know
going on
this.
down
I
here,
fucking
baby.
know this, dude.
Yeah.
You can't fool me.
No, I don't really
I'm a
have.
dark shaman. I might be a legal shaman in 2022.
What do you mean?
If mushroom research goes properly.
You're going to become
Mushrooms are supposed to
legally.
be-
You're going to be a shaman.
Mushrooms are supposed to be legal for medicinal use projected by 2022. When's the kid graduate? 2022.
Wow. Do you think you'll become a shaman?
Potentially.
I mean, that's a goal.
It's literally one of my goals. I could have my own practice where I do mushroom therapy.
Where you're legally referred to as a shaman.
People could call me that.
You could make people call you that.
People could call me that if they wanted to.
Hell yeah.
I would start dressing in like dashikis and be like, I mean, you call me whatever you want. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
No, I want to hear about
Become
it,
a
dude.
witch doctor.
I mean, I might become I might go to the dark side though. Start cursing you, convincing alligators to eat you.
Don't curse me.
What's dude?
Nothing's going on.
What's going on, dude?
Nothing, man.
What's boiling, dude?
Nothing
What's bubbling in your gut?
I think I should talk about.
Really?
On this. yeah.
Good enough. Fair enough.
Man. Let's fucking let's wrap it.
Sick.
We bless the boys with another cast, dude.
What can they say?
And girls. There's some fucking ladies out there.
There's a couple
listeners.
lades out there.
Yeah, there are.
Nice, dude.
Yeah. What's up, ladies?
What's going on?
Hell yeah.
Trying to get sexual, dude, on air.
Don't, man.
What's up, ladies?
You're gonna get me too wet.
That's true.
All right.
We're gonna fuck.
Fucking end this.